fair warning, the air is absolutely on because I live on the sun. Summer's almost over and hopefully we won't have to deal with that, but if it turns on, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna melt to record a video. Anyways, so I just played through the Blumenthal household. If you follow me on Tumblr, you probably saw some photos and things of that, but I've moved on to the Flenley household. They are in this, it's set up as apartments, which for whatever reason my game, even though I replaced the road when I made the apartments, it does this, so if anybody knows how to stop it from doing the thing, greatly would appreciate that knowledge. But in the meantime, the apartment complex here is basically like nobles' quarters, like I'm thinking like Henry VIII, Versailles, like you would stay in the castle with the king, the court would follow the king wherever he went. These are probably the most favored of the nobles for various reasons, not necessarily because Arndt likes them, but this right here is where Arndt and his family live, so they are very, very close by. The gardens do connect. And yeah, so I am decorating currently Ava's room. Ava Flenley is also a Kenton by blood, but she was kind of forced by her husband to renounce any sort of claims she had to the lands. She does not like her husband very much, which is why she has a separate bedroom from her husband Edward. He's going to be over here. Their son will be in this room, and then their daughter will be over here. So Ava she wants nothing to do with Edward. She thinks that he's a coward. She can't believe that he gave up, you know, the chance to potentially be a consort, because she had no intentions of him being a king. But there you have it. Now he is a duke. He was rewarded for kind of siding with, you know, the Blumenthals, and this is their rewards. They are very wealthy. In my game, I don't really like the money portion. I ignore it. This is not an integrated hood in that way or in that aspect. Like, I don't care. I will cheat their money because I've rebuilt it so many times that their money really isn't where it should be, and I don't care that much. Like, I have a mental idea of where they should be in terms of wealth, and I kind of stick with that, and this is a very wealthy family. But you're probably wondering, well, if they're wealthy, why the heck she got boring floorboards and she's got a pure white room? Ava, her favorite color is white, and her preferences are also like unusual, so I feel like the stark minimalism in some aspects are things that she would do on purpose. She definitely does try to spite Edward as much as humanly possible, and we love that for her. And yeah, so I'm gonna be decorating, like I said, I'm just gonna decorate her room and possibly her bathroom. I'm checking really quick. Yeah, so she likes the color white, fabric, stripes, and like her aesthetic choice would be unusual. So with that in mind, I've got some odd kind of beds. Not the shelf bed, not what I was thinking of, don't I? I thought I had like a mission style bed, but maybe I'm thinking of my modern game. It's distinctly possible. Alright, well, let's just see what we have. I have no real plans for this. I just kind of decided I was going to record this. I actually wasn't going to record originally. I was just going to decorate their house like quick and dirty and just worry about it later, but you know what? I feel like decorating, and so we're going to decorate. I've had kind of a miserable day in real life, I guess. So, yeah, I had the worst migraine. I thought monsoon season was over, and it decided, oh, did you think it was over? That's cute. And so it started to storm really bad last night, and I just had the migraine from hell. And I get sometimes really nauseous and really dizzy when I have migraines, and considering my work is staring at a screen and calling people on the phone wasn't great. Wasn't a great experience. I actually had to cut out a few hours early, and I might end up having to sign up for some kind of intermittent absence thing. I don't know, like I know I shouldn't like hesitate to ask for help. That's something that is a big problem, I think, in like the chronic illness community, of people not wanting to be like, listen, I need this or I need that, just because there is stigma attached to it. Like, okay, well, why do you need it? Well, you were fine the other day. but I also know that it is there for me, and it's not gonna hurt anything. Like, mainly I think I just want to be able to take time off, like unpaid time off would be nice, without it being an issue. Because basically with my job, they give you a whole bunch of PTO, and if you run out of PTO, it's not good. Which, unfortunately, I usually get pretty close. So yeah, that's what's happening in my life, having to confront the fact that I do have a disability, which, it's not like you forget it, but I've talked to other people, it's just like, you don't want to think about it so much, so when you're confronted with like something that you can't ignore or kind of brush under the rug, it's like, ah, crap. It's frustrating, because it's more frustrating because I know that there's nothing wrong with me, like, I wasn't in a car accident, or like something didn't happen, like, basically my body's just stupid and it thinks it's hurt a lot, and it's not. Like, again, I didn't fall downstairs, like, nothing's hurt, but my nerve endings think that it's hurt, so it's like, oh no, here, we'll tell you that it's hurt so you stop doing things. And I'm just like, but no, we're fine, stop being dramatic. Yeah. Fun times. It would be great if this would just stop freezing on me. There we go. Yeah, every time everybody like asks me to kind of explain, I'm just like, yeah, basically my body's stupid. Like, we're just gonna go with that. It's dumb, it doesn't know what it's supposed to be doing, and so it just tries to do too much. Do I love that or do I hate that? Ava I have a hard time with because she's very much a character who puts on a lot of, like, she puts on a front. She's very aware of her self-image. And so even though it's not necessarily something that she would prefer or like there's things that she does or says, or like the way that she would decorate her rooms, that it's a strategic choice. Like, rather than like, oh, I really enjoy this, I'm gonna put it up. Like, no, she is very, Machiavelli would have been very interested in this woman if she was a real human. Like, she's just, and she's hard to write about sometimes. I don't think I really have covered her too much, like, in the blog, because originally she didn't even live in the neighborhood. She was a princess who, or the daughter of a princess who married out Sane Gifu, who is Cynric Kenton's second oldest daughter, I believe, or oldest daughter, I can't remember. And then when her husband died, she ended up coming back because she only had a daughter and Ava couldn't inherit, so she came back to the kingdom as like a dowager queen, but not really because she never had a son. And she brought Ava with her, and ever since then Ava was kind of, you know, the Kentons were like, cool, you're one of us, but now the Kentons are not in charge anymore, and Bernique is in an odd position of, like, her mother also was, you know, this is her cousin. Her mother was also a princess that married out, and then Bernique married back into the area, essentially, but against her family. Like, she married Arndt Blumenthal, who overthrew the Kentons. So it's very complicated, and I don't think Ava really likes Bernique as a person. I think Ava has very high standards for behavior, and her standards are definitely hypocritical, but that would have rubbed her the wrong way. Like, why would you marry someone who overthrew your family? But at the same time, like, I think Ava fully would have done it. If it had been her, like, and she'd been chosen fully, 100%, but she was already married. Oh, I keep going back and forth. Yeah, she would have done it in a heartbeat. No shame. Like, none whatsoever. She's like, oh, I get to be a queen again? Or for the first time? Cool. Yeah. Because Ava is an interesting sim. I have a lot of fun with her, and like, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with her going forward, I hope. Sorry, I mean, that's clipping. I usually turn that, oh, goodness gracious. Ah, did I make it angry? I might have made it, okay. And we want to turn this back off because decorating is a nightmare. Although, speaking of apartment, I guess I was speaking about this a few minutes, Goldfish Brain, but normally when I turn the cheat on, it converts the mailbox to the apartment mailbox. It hasn't done that on this lot, and I don't know why, and I'm a little concerned about it. So if that's something I should be concerned about, definitely let me know in the comments below, because I noticed that happening on all of the apartment lots in this neighborhood, and I was like, okay, that's an interesting thing that's happening. Stripes. I want to put like a striped bed set, because the bed didn't have one. She likes stripes, but at the same time, like, I don't know if she would actually like cover her bed in stripes. Like I said, she's a little bit difficult for me sometimes, because she's wily. That's kind of stripy. I mean, it's squares, but, or should I just do something plain? Like, I think right now she very much is carrying herself like a very humble, modest person who's very, you know, minimal, doesn't care about worldly goods. Absolutely not the truth. Like, she is forever salty about the fact that she is not a queen right now. But she doesn't want, oh, there we go, that's stripes. And white, boom. But she doesn't want, like, people to know that, because obviously no one wants to hear, well, I should have been queen. No, that's not how you get to be queen if you're not already a queen. You lie. And you say, well, no. I am far too busy giving to charity and volunteering and reading to orphans. I couldn't be a queen. Meanwhile, everyone's like, those are great qualities to have. You like a rocking chair? Do I not? I didn't turn like any cheats on. I'm bad at this. I should probably have the other ones automatically copy pasted like this, but I don't. Yeah, I like the idea of her pretending to chill and like knit. I think is something that she would do a lot, like making clothes for charity. I don't think that's even remotely, like, let's look real quick. I have all of my spreadsheets and stuff, like, I now have 4 monitors, it's a problem. I would honestly have more, but there's no more room in the end. My desk is massive and there's no more room at the end. Excuse me, and I just coughed. Okay, no, she likes music and dance, but again, I think she would pretend, oh, I have to knit. Actually, no, maybe she would even be like, no, I don't like this, but the poor need my help. Again, wily. And Edward, for his part, like, at first I thought he was kind of a dingus, but he has surprised me. I think he's also wily, but in a different way. Because, like, he'd already married her, you know, prior to the Kentons being overthrown, but then Kentons get overthrown, and he managed to get past that, being very directly related to the prior regime. Like, he got through it. He made it, and he is a duke now in his own right, not just because of who his wife is. Where the heck is the knitting thing? There's like a little ball of yarn that I'm looking for, and it's probably right in front of my face. Maybe it's here, though. Oh, there it is, yeah. It would help if I remember where things are. But yeah, like, he came out just fine, and I think she's very salty about that fact, because, again, she thinks that they could have used it to their advantage and, like, taken over and been the new king and queen. Like, she kind of didn't care about, I guess, Alwyn wouldn't have been her cousin. Her cousin would have been Anirin, who was, or no, Cadfael. No? Oh my god, there's too many Kentons. There's too many. I don't know. They were all, the most recent prince was not her cousin, but like her second cousin. I don't know how family dynamics work. And yeah, I don't think she would have cared. Like, I don't think she cared at all. I think she cared that she didn't come out on top. Like, she saw an opportunity that she not missed, but like she was not able to fully take advantage of. And a lot of that was due to her being precautious. Like, she could not openly go against her family, but I have no doubt, ooh, that's like a military one, that's kind of funny, but I don't think she would have it in her room. I have no doubts that as soon as like the rebellion started, she was like, how can I use this to my advantage? But she couldn't, like, openly, like, join the rebellion, because that would have been a dumb move if the rebellion lost. So I think she was very cautious in how she approached it, which Edward, you know, like, well, I'm not going to go against them, because I don't know where the wind's blowing kind of thing. But then once things started to happen, she just didn't act quick enough, and that happens. Like, she wasn't even outmaneuvered, she just hadn't started maneuvering yet, and it was already over before she could even do anything about it. Which I'm sure frustrates her. Like, I don't think she's dumb, but I also don't think she's genuinely as intelligent as she thinks she is. I'm trying to decide on a bookshelf, and I just can't. Ooh, I do like the idea of, like, not her pretending to be religious, but, like, a little bit of her pretending to be religious, and Peterin definitely would be what she'd go for. Like, even, like, right when you walk in her room, like, there is a Peterin little stand here. Aren't I so good and faithful and wonderful? So yeah, she was outmaneuvered. There goes the air. I told you. You were warned. You were warned. I'm 2% sorry. Yes, she doesn't like to be outmaneuvered, and she also doesn't like that her husband did manage to maneuver himself in a position that, okay, that is a military one, but there's no label. Like, Edward was able to make himself a duke, essentially. Like, not really, like, it was because Arndt decided it, but he saw things were turning, and he was like, hey, I want to join your team. And Arndt isn't an idiot. Like, it helps to have nobles on your side when you are an indentured servant rebelling against the lands. Like, super helpful to have somebody who's, like, one of them. And so, of course, he took him up on it. And they won, and he's like, hey, you can be a duke now, but you have to keep your wife in check, because Arndt is intelligent. I've always seen him as a very intelligent character, and while he might not think that she's a threat, like, you still don't trust her as far as you can throw her, and that's fair. Like, I would not trust this woman at all. What if I put the bookshelves over here? Like, one on either side. I could do that, because then I could put... We're thinking. I don't know, guys, how you guys can stand my random rambles sometimes, because I swear, I have the attention span of a gnat. But it's like this. It's funny, I can't wait for summer to be over so that it is not boiling outside. But I'm also going to be sad about it, because I get cold very easily. Like, I'm one of those people that will whine about being cold, and it is 80 degrees out. I don't like to be cold. I'm not a big fan of it. Just, no. Don't like to be cold. And so I enjoy the summers here, but at a certain point you're like, oh my god, can you just not anymore? Like, we get it. It's hot. This is the surface of the sun. Please stop. Especially since now I have a dog, and taking her outside, like, you have to be really careful, because the ground is super hot and you don't want them to burn their little feeties. So a lot of times I have to basically either I check the weather and see, like, how hot it is outside, and then I will go and, like, test and see how hot the ground is. We're getting a little cluttered here, aren't we? What if, like, that was there? No. Maybe no vanity. Maybe the vanity is literal vanity, and she wouldn't do that. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, like, you have to check outside and make sure that it's not too hot, and put your hand to the pavement and, like, hold it there to make sure that she won't, like, burn her little feet. And I've got little shoes she has to wear if it is too hot, but I also, sometimes I'll just take her specifically in this little grassy area behind my apartment building, which is also a problem because, like, I don't know how this dog was astray. I don't get it. She is so particular about where she will pee and how she will pee, and just, like, There are times when it's 20 minutes and I'm like, okay, are we doing this or are we not? Because you're gonna go and signal immediately the second I take you inside that you need to go potty. But you won't go potty. Which I feel like that's just dogs in general. They're very silly. I like how this room is. I'm gonna put that on a walkthrough block just to make sure that there's no issues, but I actually think I'm gonna give her a TV. Because again, they are wealthy, so they could have a magic talking painting, it'd be fine. And I'm trying to get more color in the room, like I'm going for whites and creams, but it's nice to get like little pops of red, and then there's blue as well. Just because she's, I mean, being fake as hell, let's be honest, doesn't mean that she's not also going to have like little things to please herself. What if we should give her a music box? Oh, but it'll bug me because it's like smaller than the jewelry box. She doesn't need one. She doesn't need one. Maybe music is also bad. I don't know. Not because I wish I could put it up there because it's kind of entertaining to me. Alright, she does like music and dance. I haven't rolled for her specific sub-hobby yet, and I mean, that's why I wanted to put the radio. But I don't want to put a ballet bar in here. Maybe I will do the radio. And then I'll find something to put there. So I want to put lights on those two. Oh my god, it's already been 20 minutes. Don't worry, I'm not going to put you through like the hype. I'm probably not even going to hyper decorate this. That's what I've decided to call it now, where I throw like all of the nonsense everywhere. Like, for me, this is just, we'll do some basics. We'll put a little bit of deco, but not crazy. Honestly, that might be enough. Like, again, she's plain. I'm not going to do the bathroom. It's too much time. Too much time. I'm saying as I'm already, like, looking at what I could put. I can't just have a bare room. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I'm physically incapable of doing it. Also, I love these converted rugs so much. They're so cute. They're so cute. Like, look at them. Look at them. I haven't even had, like, 10 seconds to play Cottage Living, and I don't even care. Like, I'm so excited when I get to. Which I technically could anytime, but then I get distracted by a deer and then I never do. But I also bought it because I could play it, and what if I wanted to right this second and I wasn't able to because I didn't own it. This is my brain. Why can't, oh, for the love of Pete. This one. Why don't I just put it here? Or under the bed? Rugs are hard, I'm discovering. Like, deciding where to put a rug, I did not think was going to be a difficult life decision that I made pretty regularly, but like it is. I think there. I mean, I hate that that's empty, but like, the rug looked weird there. We'll do a couple quick curtains. Ooh, we can do fancy lacy curtains. I love this, but at the same time, like, if I put it on one, like, I can't just do like, that looks silly. And she's wealthy enough that they should match. Let's just do that. Real simple, real basic. I do want her to have a mirror, kind of, but I have no idea where it would reasonably go without, I mean, I guess here, but I'll put one in the bathroom, I think. Alright, last thing, I need to find something to put on this, and then do a walkthrough lock, and then we're kosher. I have no idea what to put here, I just know that I can't leave that empty because it's going to bother me. And at the end of the day, my main goal here is not to, like, super duper decorate. When I get in those moods, I can always come back and decorate it fully. Right now I just want to get it to a playable state so that I can play, because they're next. And so I can't really play them with an empty house. Bum, bum, bum. There's the plate. I have multiple empty plates. Why? Oh, wait, no. Not that. Embroidery hoop. Yes. Does that bother me? A little. Am I going to accept that? Here, I'm going to get rid of the jewelry box. And then put that kind of at an angle. Because then she can reach for that. You know, if she was sitting in the chair, she'd be able to reach. Okay. Last thing we're doing here is the walk through block. Where are you at, my friend? Seriously, best piece of CC ever. Because it so annoys me when when Sims can't like go through that space. Like, that's so annoying. Lights. I do miss, like in my Viking hood, I remember I was making everybody have like fireplaces and things. I do kind of miss that concept. But it's also not super appropriate for this neighborhood to like force that kind of thing, so letting it pass. I'm actually, the other day I started poking at it again, because I would love it if I could save Doll, because that is something that I could do a gameplay through, as well as my Medieval Legacy Color Challenge, because it's not as, like, Adiran is so big, and it, like I said, it is story, and so it's too much. It's too much. Alright, so we have done Ava's room. I'll take you to go and look at Ava really quick here. She has a very, very bright red hair. Our landlord is apparently hateful. It's fine, it's fine. Ah, I just made it angry. Can I just look at Ava for a minute? Yeah, she's very pretty. She does have kind of the Kenton look about her with just a little bit of differences. You know, expensive clothing, very heavily embroidered, but still not like elaborately cut or things like that. Like you can see her daughter has like those crazy, crazy sleeves that the princesses were wearing and things like that. Which this is Sinra. I'm going to probably do her room next. We'll see if I feel like recording that or not, but in the meantime, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you have any ideas or if you just like the build, definitely leave comments down below. And with that, I'm gonna go. I will see you in the next one.